Some great opportunities to shift gears in your career and join an exciting team and an award-winning team right here in the greater West Bloomfield area. West Bloomfield Parks currently seeking full-time opportunities for 3 different positions, and joining us now to talk about those job openings is the HR manager for West Bloomfield Parks, Ashley Forton, on the Splash Live. Ashley, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you on. It's a rare opportunity for people to join the West Bloomfield Parks team. And I say it's a rare opportunity because so many people, they join that team and they stay there for a long time because of the welcoming and friendly work environment that's there and the appreciation that the community has for our local parks. So first off, tell us about these job openings that are available and what West Bloomfield Parks is looking for at this time.
Yes, what you said is very true. We do have a lot of employees who stick around for a long time. I've been here for 7 months, and this is the first time we've had a full-time position open up. So, like you said, we have 3 full-time positions that are open. We have a finance associate, park operations 1, and then we have a recreation programmer that we're looking to bring on board to handle some of our bigger special events.
And these are all really important positions to West Bloomfield Parks because a lot goes on behind the scenes to make all those different events, all these different facilities that have a really big impact in the community function properly each and every day. You think about those parks operation and recreation programmer positions. Those really are those frontline positions that go into making those events and those different facilities like Drake Sports Park and Marshbank Park and all these other areas that people frequent. You think about the Connect Center as well, keeping those functional each and every day. Let's begin with the parks operation position. What can people expect if they're looking for a new gig and they're considering applying for that job?
Yeah, so our park operations team is based out of Marshbank Park. They travel to the different parks. They do the general maintenance of all the park grounds, the athletic fields, and keep the trails clean and clear for all of our walkers and bikers out there. They work with a team of probably 10 different staff members. And, they work together on a lot of things. We're getting ready to get the snow plows out there. And so there's just a lot of different opportunities and different things that they would be doing with that team over there.
And so what sort of experience is being sought after by West Bloomfield Parks for someone to work in that operations position?
So for our park ops, we don't ask for a ton of experience. It's good if you've worked at like a golf course or maybe another park or for another township before. But really, you can be trained on everything that our park operations do. So if we get the right fit, we're willing to train them. And, they have their annual training and quarterly training and things too that everybody goes through. So not too much experience. So if you've worked outdoors and really enjoy it, then I would suggest applying.
There's also a finance associate position that is available. Tell us about that and what that day-to-day will look like for someone that may be hired into that position.
Yeah, so we have someone full-time in kind of that same role right now, and they're actually retiring. So that's why we're looking to hire. And we're just kind of taking more things off our finance manager's plate, and of course adding a few things. But we really do need somebody that's full-time to help with accounts payable, cash handling, deposits. We're trying to do some cost recovery reporting. And this is going to be a very important position behind the scenes. So they'll be working out of our recreation center at 4640 Walnut Lake Road. And they'll be trained by the finance manager. So they have a whole team here of support. And for this position, we are looking for a few years of experience and a bachelor's degree, preferably with an accounting background.
Ashley Forton is joining us on the Splash Live today, the HR manager for West Bloomfield Parks. 3 available full-time positions currently open for applications. You can find more information on wbparks.org/employment or by visiting their Facebook page, facebook.com/wbparks for even more information. Those jobs currently open with applications available. And then, Ashley, the one position we haven't talked about yet is the recreation programmer position. You have several of those on your team. They do amazing work to put together a lot of these events. What are you looking for in someone to take on that position? Because you got to have kind of a little bit of knowledge in several different areas to program these events.
Yeah, we really look for somebody that's had experience programming before. So work with another township. If they have an elementary background working with kids, that's something we also look for because they will be doing small to large scale special events and contracted services and making sure that the coordination of all that is set up. So it is a lot. We also need someone that's energetic, ready to step in and willing to be a team player.
And for all these positions, you're kind of looking for that similar sort of attitude and disposition or temperament from your employees. And in terms of the team environment at West Bloomfield Parks, for those that may be interested in finding some new work or joining a different team, maybe even shifting gears in their career, why is West Bloomfield Parks a great environment to work in?
Well, I think it's great. I've been here for 7 months. It's a good work-life balance. The team is amazing. It's like a family here. We have a lot of fun together. I spend half of the day probably laughing. And so if you want to be happy and love going to work every day, it's definitely somewhere to apply.
Ashley Forton joining us on the Splash Live, the HR manager with West Bloomfield Parks. You can apply for these positions, park operations, recreation programmer, and finance associate by visiting their website at wbparks.org or learn more information on their Facebook page, facebook.com/WBParks. And today, especially with the way that the economy is and the state of the healthcare system, Ashley, it's really important also not just to have a well-paying position or a great work environment, but also those benefits and the health care that is available. And West Bloomfield Parks definitely offering some great benefit packages as well coming along with these jobs.
Yes, definitely. There's a full benefit package for our full-time positions, and it's been great since I've been here. I haven't run into any problems with the benefits that we offer. And like I did say, it's a good work-life balance and, flexible in the schedule. So that's also another benefit.
And you mentioned, too, the training that goes into this, too. It's not necessarily people that have had a ton of experience working in another parks department or for another municipality, although you have mentioned that that is very helpful and is a great experience to have if you're applying for these jobs. But the training opportunities and the professional development opportunities that are available, not just in Greater West Bloomfield, but across the state, are quite amounting with West Bloomfield Parks.
Yeah, I mean, I come from just the construction industry, and so this was totally different for me. So we're welcome and opening to everybody that wants to join us. You don't need township experience, but we do offer a lot of on-hands training. You'll work with our different team members and kind of shadow different positions to see what goes into that. And then one thing we are focusing on starting in 2024 is our professional development program. So making sure that everybody gets to participate in that, and if they have ideas and they see different things that they want to go to, we welcome them to share those ideas, and we're going to do the best that we can to make sure that everyone gets a fair share of the budget to be able to enhance their skills.
And actually, I don't think it's a secret nowadays, especially with the younger generations, that when you go to work, you want to feel like the work you're doing is having an impact and that you are appreciated, not just in that work environment, but by those that your work ultimately impacts. And in the Greater West Bloomfield area, West Bloomfield Parks, one of the most highly approved organizations, arguably the most in the Greater West Bloomfield area. Does that add a certain sense of accomplishment beyond what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, being part of this team, knowing how important it is to this township and the surrounding areas?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're our first priority, and we want them to have the best events possible. So we do spend a lot of time taking into consideration their feedback. We also do surveys for most of our events. So each year and each event, we're learning something different that we can improve on, and just making sure that they have smiles on their faces is what I think most of our employees believe is the most important thing here.
More information can be found on these job openings at wbparks.org/employment. Joining us is the HR manager of West Bloomfield Parks, Ashley Forton, on the Splash Live. Ashley, a couple more minutes left. What's the application process like? What can people expect as they apply and hopefully get those interviews and maybe even one of these positions hired?
Yeah, so we do encourage people to apply through our website at wbparks.org/employment. All of our positions are listed there with the full job description, and you can apply right online. We also post to Indeed and Handshake, LinkedIn, and try to reach everybody on all the social media platforms. But as long as you get an application in, it'll come right to my inbox. And then we do have deadlines for some of our positions. One is closing. The recreation programmer is closing this Friday. The finance associate is closing next week. And then something that we've just done is we've tried to add when the interview dates are going to be in the job postings. So we don't like to have too much of a gap, so they usually follow the week after the closing. And then, we do the normal interview process and go from there.
More information can be found on these job opportunities and other opportunities with West Bloomfield Parks now and in the future at wbparks.org/employment. Ashley, before we let you go, anything else that we haven't discussed that would be important for people to know about the application process or about these jobs?
I mean, we encourage everybody to apply. We're always looking to see different resumes and see who's out there and get the best people for our team. We also, in addition to our full-time positions, often have part-time positions available. So if you're looking for just something part-time on the side, check out our website, and we're always posting there.
Well, Ashley, we appreciate your time and for joining us to talk about these open positions. 3 full-time positions available, plenty of other work available, and in a great environment right next door to us at West Bloomfield Parks. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You as well. wbparks.org/employment is the place to go to learn more information on these 3 job opportunities, these full-time employment opportunities, and others with West Bloomfield Parks. You can also find them on social media at wbparks.org, and as Ashley said, on Indeed, on Handshake, and on LinkedIn and other social media for professionals as well for more opportunities now and into the future.